Hey guys, I'm gonna share with you an opening trap that I have been playing for a long time, mainly in Blitz and Bullet games, and I can say according to my own experience that it works really well, even against strong players. Keep watching. Something not so good about this trap is that it happens around move 10. Usually I like opening traps that appear on the board on move 5 or move 7. That usually makes it a little more likely to happen. However, something great about the trap is that all the moves your opponent has to play to get into the trap are extremely logical. So he has to play nothing special, he just has to play normal development moves, and then he will be getting into our trap. And the other really good thing is that this is not a famous trap or a famous position, which means that if your opponent defends is because he just found it on the board, not because he has seen this sometime before or because he has studied the trap. He will have to refute it on the board. So let's get into it. We're gonna play d4, and when black plays d5, we're gonna play Queen's Gambit, and the trap is when your opponent plays Queen's Gambit declined, which is an extremely popular defense. We will play knight c3, and after knight f6, we will play the exchange variation with c takes d5. Actually, you will see that there are some orders to get into the trap. You can select your favorite order. This order of the moves I'm suggesting here is probably the easiest way to make your opponent fall for it, but there will be ways to change things here. So the next move is bishop g5, and very often our opponent will play bishop e7. Actually, this is the most common move according to online game databases. At this point, we are going to play this move, bishop takes knight, and of course black should capture here with the bishop. Then we continue with e3, and usually black plays here normal moves like castling or c6. So either way, we will continue with bishop d3, black castles probably, and then this move, knight f3. The idea is that we are inviting black to play the move bishop g4. So that's usually what they will play. It's extremely logical, and it's actually a good move, this bishop g4. Observe that up to now all the moves black has been playing are extremely normal and natural moves. That makes this trap really likely to actually happen in games. At this point we will play the move h4, and this is setting up everything for the trap. Usually in this position black plays the move knight d7. This is the most natural and most logical move again, but not only that, it's also the most common move in this position. So the most common move is the mistake in this position. That's important. Here we will play the trap already. We are already getting the advantage here with the move bishop takes h7. Black has two options here. They can either capture or move to h8. If the king goes to h8, then we just go back with the bishop. The bishop is going to be safe, but not only about that, it's also about the battery. We are creating a battery here with queen d3 very soon. For example, if black plays a natural move here like queen e7, putting the queen on the same line as the king, then we can play queen d3, and this could be a big problem for black. For example, we are threatening checkmate, and if they play g6, there is this move h5, opening the h file, and if they capture, some ways to win, but this is perfect. Rook takes bishop, because after pawn takes we have checkmate here on h7. So in general we will say that after bishop h7 we are fine. Even if the king goes to h8, we are getting one pawn up. We continue with attack and with good ideas. So it's an extremely good position for white. So let's see what happens when the king takes the bishop. Here we will play the move knight g5, and one more time black has like a couple of options. We could say that the two main lines here are king g8 or bishop takes knight. By the way, the main line, the most common reply here in online databases is bishop takes knight on g5, and that's also the worst move. After bishop takes knight on g5 we will recapture with check. That was the whole idea with the move h4 we played some moves earlier. So h takes g5, check, the king has to go back to g8, and then we are taking the bishop on g4. One more time we have a pawn up. We continue with a really strong attack. Just to show you the danger here for black, if they try to play f6 for example, some ways to win like g6 or queen 6 check. and after rook f7, g6, we are getting the rook, but also winning the game. So this position is actually very complicated, and the best move is not bishop takes knight. The best move for black here is just going back to g8, and then we will recapture on g4, getting our piece back. We continue with a pawn up, we continue with initiative, and some interesting attack possibilities in that position. For example, if black plays something like rook e8, which is again very normal, then we can play the move queen h5, targeting f7, ideas with h7, and every time the bishop takes the knight, which is a really annoying piece for black on g5, we will be recapturing with h, getting another really annoying and active piece on h1. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments. Check out this video over there, I'm sure you will like it. Thank you, like, subscribe, see you on the next.